Hello, this is Sean Fitzpatrick. This is for MBA 719, and this assignment is the week 7 presentation of assigned client problem. So this week's 7 presentation is involving a comprehensive analysis of tax planning strategies for Brent Business, a 44-year-old husband and father. As he is starting a new job with Employer Inc., he is presented with essential decisions regarding employee benefits that directly affect his family's financial future. The first focus of the consultation will involve Brent's options for healthcare benefits, whether he must choose between his high deductible health plan or a low deductible health plan. We'll assess each option's costs, tax implications, and overall suitability based on Brent's family's health status and financial goals. The second focal point of the consultation involves planning for Brent's wife, Bonnie, who's considering returning to college in about 5 years. We will evaluate the estimated cost for educational pursuits and explore the benefits of utilizing a 529 plan to fund her education. This includes considerations for tax advantages and effective financing strategies to ensure that the couple can adequately support Bonnie's academic aspirations and goals without compromising their financial stability. So for the first item, we're going to really discuss and consult concerning is Brent's health care plan, and he's really unsure which one to select from, and he's needing my advice as to provide what health plan may be better suited for he and his family. So the options that were offered to him was either the high deductible health plan offered by his company, along with a health savings account, and then there was a low deductible health plan. That was the second option, which was, of course, lower premiums but no HSA. All right, so each option has its unique characteristics, costs, and benefits, of course, and we're going to really we're going to examine each plan in closer detail. So for his higher deductible health plan, it was stated that his annual deductible is going to be $4,500. That means that before any insurance is going to pay out for provide any benefit to him, he has to meet his $4,500 deductible. So that's something that's a bit high, but of course, there's going to be the lower monthly premium that he's going to be paying $450 for. And then, of course, his maximum out-of-pocket expenses was stated that it's $12,000. So that's the most that he can pay in a year for covered services, including his deductible. And it serves as his financial cap to protect him and his family from catastrophic expenses. And of course, I'll mention again that his monthly premium is $450 a month. So on an annual basis, when we calculate that per month, it comes out to $5,400. So that amount is, of course, deducted from his paycheck pre-tax and reducing his overall taxable income. And then, of course, with the high deductible plan, his employer is offering an HSA contribution of $2,000. So it is a pretty substantial benefit and very generous of the company to offer that and provide assistance to provided he goes with a high deductible health plan. So he can contribute. They're going to contribute $2,000 into his health savings account on behalf of Brent. So HSAs will allow you to save the money tax-free for medical expenses, of course, and funds can be invested to grow over time. So that's a major benefit with having an HSA. And of course, his second option was the low deductible health plan. And the annual deductible for the health plan, of course, was $2,000, which is considerably lower than the high deductible health plan. So the insurance will start covering the expenses sooner, as opposed to the $4,500. And the other benefit for the maximum out-of-pocket expense for them would be a more manageable limit, which was $7,500 versus the $12,000 in his HDHP, which provides greatest safety net for unexpected medical costs. And of course, his monthly premium was stated to be $600 a month, which translate as an annual cost of $7,200 in premiums. Unlike the high deductible health plan, these premiums are higher, which impacts their monthly budget substantially. And the downside with the low deductible plan is that they're not going to get the HSA contribution from the employer. So that's not going to grow tax-free. And of course, HSAs can be used whenever they need to use it, and you never lose the HSA once it's contributed. So basically, the analysis of the total cost is what we're going to do next, and we're going to help you visualize what the financial implications are, and we're going to evaluate what the total potential cost for both plans are, assuming the scenario in the problem where the family remains healthy and don't anticipate any unexpected health care costs, and it's not going to incur major medical expenses anytime soon. So with the high deductible health plan, the annual premium cost is going to be $5,400, which turns out to be $450 a month multiplied by 12 months. And the maximum out-of-pocket cost, provided they max it out, is $12,000. So the total potential cost, provided that they do reach their maximum and they do have some unforeseen circumstance where they have to use that, they incur a bill that high, it's going to come out to $17,400. And of course, they have the $2,000 contribution, which they can apply towards the healthcare tax. And of course, the low deductible health plan will be a lower amount total, which the annual premium cost is going to be more, which is $600 a month, multiplied by 12, which is $7,200 a year. And their maximum out-of-pocket cost, if they max it out, turns out to be $7,500. So the total potential cost for the low deductible health plan is going to be $14,700, which is the $7,200 annual premium cost plus the $7,500 maximum out-of-pocket cost. That is provided it's maxed out. And the health considerations we're taking into consideration is, it was stated to me that the family doesn't anticipate any medical costs anytime soon. They're both very, very healthy clients. So in my view, since the HSA can be accumulated and saved over a period of time, and if the employer continues contributing to it, I would think that the HDHP could be financially advantageous due to its lower premium costs to begin with and the benefits associated with an HSA. If you don't anticipate high medical costs this year, you can save a lot of money with lower premiums and the benefits from employers' contributions to the HSA. Additionally, funds within the HSA can roll over from year to year, allowing for additional savings or even investment opportunities. So the tax ramifications for the health plans is another essential aspect to consider, is the tax benefits associated with the HSA. Contributions to the HSA are generally tax deductible, meaning they lower your taxable income for the year. This translates to immediate tax savings that can significantly impact your overall financial picture. So when comparing the tax impact of both plans, with the low deductible plan, you do lose the benefit associated with the HSA, and the HDHP plan allows you to grow your contributions without incurring taxes, which can be particularly beneficial as you consider future medical expenses and even retirement. So my conclusion to the healthcare plan, considering that the family's health status is that they're really healthy, and really the objective is to maximize after-tax wealth, I'm going to recommend choosing the high deductible health plan. This option in the long term is going to be lowering the monthly premiums over a long term, and provides the crucial HSA contributions, which can be built up over time, provided if they remain healthy. So that could be really good for them, under circumstances where something is unexpected. They have an unexpected medical expense where they're going to have that HSA they could apply it towards, and of course that's going to be tax-free when it's withdrawn. So it's a really powerful tool in managing future healthcare costs. So the second topic, and what was proposed in this consultation, was an educational costs overview. And Brent's wife, Bonnie, was planning to return to college in about 5 years. We estimated that our total education costs, including tuition and additional expenses, would amount to approximately 22,000 for the 2-year program. So the tuition itself was $20,000 per year, which would total 40,000 for the 2 years. And the computer was a one-time cost of $2,000. So if we break that down by 2 years, that's $1,000 per year. And of course, the books and supplies will be $1,000 per year, totaling $2,000. When you aggregate the three amounts up, it comes out to $44,000. So considering how to fund these expenses effectively is really essential, especially since education can be significant financial commitment. Exploring the 529 plan itself. So they indicated the interest in our meeting in utilizing a 529 savings plan to save for her education funding. So what we're going to do is, before we make any recommendations, we're going to dissect the mechanics of this plan and its potential benefits with a 529 savings plan. So for the first bullet point that we want to mention is that there's a tax deduction for contributions, which many states do allow residents to deduct contributions to the 529 plan from their state taxable income. In your case, your home state does allow the contribution deductions up to $10,000 is my understanding. This can lead to immediate tax savings. So on a state tax rate, if your situation being 7% state income tax bracket, contributing the maximum will result in tax savings calculation of a $10,000 deduction towards your income multiplied by a 7% tax rate, which equals to $700 in state tax savings. So in addition to that, when you're contributing to a 529 plan, there is tax-free growth. The funds in the 529 plan grow tax-free if withdrawn for qualified education expenses, which includes tuition, fees, books, supplies, and even a computer. So when calculating the costs and contributions, assuming you do contribute and maximize the state tax benefit, let's analyze how the savings vehicles can help bridge that gap. So the total anticipated college expenses, tuition alone, was $22,000 a year. And the contribution to the 529 plan, $10,000 maximum deduction. So the tax savings would be $700, which is really good. And the remaining expenses after using a 529 plan would be $12,000 net, still needed for college costs. So there is a shortage there. So that would mean that they would have to turn to other sources of either saving or financing to cover that remaining $12,000 a year for the school tuition. So the 529 plan does allow for tax efficient savings, which is great. And understanding the financial picture is crucial. Additional tax benefits that I wanted to mention that I didn't mention before is there is a potential federal tax credit that is offered by the government that could further assist you with education expenses that when Bonnie starts school in around 5 years, which is referred to as the American Opportunities Tax Credit, or they refer to it as AOTC. And this tax credit offers up to $2,500 per eligible student for the first 4 years of higher education. So this credit applies to tuition, applies to fees, significantly reducing the amount that you would owe in taxes. So really, there are opportunities to finance for your college education. So there is a lot of hope and a lot of options to choose from. So as you're considering how you would cover the full scope of Bonnie's education costs, you may also want to explore different financing options, such as the federal student loans, generally which would have lower interest rates, and they do have flexible repayment plans that occur once she completes her schooling. And of course, she has the opportunity to be granted or a scholarship or grants. So you could certainly do your research and find scholarships or grants that Bonnie can potentially qualify, and that would significantly reduce that financial tuition burden. And of course, if you do have excess contributions that you have set aside, you could also apply your monthly savings plan and contribute on a monthly basis to the 529 plan. So it's really creating a dedicated savings plan for the amount still needed to help ensure that you can cover all your expenses when they do arise in 5 years' time. So, my conclusion for the education planning itself, in light of the potential tax benefits and the nature of education expenses, I would recommend that you actively contribute to the 529 plan. The tax deduction combined with the tax-free growth and withdrawal features really makes it advantageous for funding Bonnie's education. Today, we've analyzed two significant, so my final thoughts on the two topics that we discussed pertaining to the healthcare costs as well as the 529 plan. So we've analyzed two significant financial decisions that could impact any family's financial well-being. So your healthcare benefits along and preparing for Bonnie's return to school in 5 years. Here's a summary and reiterate our discussions and recommendations. So for the healthcare plan, my choice is going to be the high deductible health plan. And my rationale behind my choice is the lower premiums over the long term, and of course the continuous employees HSA contributions, which offer both short-term and long-term financial benefits, especially considering your family's health status, which sounds to me to be really good. Hopefully that will continue. So education planning for Bonnie, my choice, of course, was to contribute to the 529 plan. And my rationale was to maximize state tax benefits, take advantage of the tax-free growth from the 529 plan, and align proactive financing options with with Bonnie's educational goals. So by really making informed decisions on these topics, you too have the opportunity to substantially increase your after-tax wealth and secure your family's financial future. If you have any more questions or wish to discuss further strategies with me, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Sean Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.